This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2014 Keystone Outback with a rear slide. Model number 250 RS. So this is not a floor plan video, it's kind of a how-to video. So I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So as you can see, there's a rear slide on it. You have regular scissor type stabilizers, 2 entry doors. You have a signal out plus power and a TV mount if you want to hang a TV out there. You have a power awning, right? Outside speakers. This is just the service panel for the refrigerator. You don't really have to go in there. Make sure you always keep this condensation hose on the outside so it drains to the outside. I might have to get this. There does he? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So you have a cooktop with 2 burners. Let me get this straight here. You do have a hose to connect this to the LP system. That will connect, let me see if I can find it, right here. There's the quick connect right there from the trailer. So that's where you would plug it into. Okay. Let me see what else we have here. Cranks, one's a stabilizer crank. The smaller one right here, whoops, is for the power tongue jack. In case it fails, you can unscrew this cap right here and you can put the crank on there and crank it manually. Okay, so you can always get yourself out of trouble. 2 LP tanks which are full, and you have a deep cycle marine battery which is new. Okay. Alright. You have a emergency door or a bike door, whichever you prefer. You can actually fold this up if you choose to. You store bicycles in there or whatever you want, but people call it a bike door. That's your dump hose, and this is a reducer for your power cord to reduce it down to a 20 amp plug. Okay. Okay. So these are your tanks, your black and your gray tank. Black tank is always the larger valve, right? Black tank is toilet water and waste, and the gray tank is sink and shower water. This is a black tank flush, so if you want to flush out your black tank and clean it out really well, after you dump it, you can leave the valve open. You have to leave the valve open, and like it states here, and then you can just turn on the water. It'll flush out your tank, clean out the sensors, that sort of thing. Okay. Okay. Furnace vent right here. This is where you get the water into the trailer. The most common way is the city water hookup right here. So you're just going to hook your hose on there if you have city water. Everything's ready to go. If you're camping someplace without city water, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here, and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. So even if you don't have city water, you can use all the plumbing. Of course, if you have city water, you don't have to worry about filling the tank. Okay, I'll show you where the switch is to operate the pump when we get inside. There's a switch here on your water heater, just so you know it's there. That controls the electric heating element right there. Right now, it runs an electric heating element or a gas valve, or both. This is your drain plug right here with an anode rod. That's where you drain it from. Right now this is empty. This water heater tank is empty and it's bypassed, so it's in winterized mode right now. Make sure before you turn it on, either the electric or the gas, make sure you put water in it before you turn it on, okay? This is your 30 amp power cord, and I showed you we give you a reducer for it. Okay, this is just campground cable and satellite through. Storage. Okay, so let's go inside. Okay. So, you got a lot of sleeping room here. You have 2 bunks here. Okay. This is where you would hook up a TV. You can see that green light there is on. That's shows you that the digital signal booster for the antenna is on. You have to have that on in order to get a good picture. Your thermostat here is very simple, it's analog. Always keep the fan on auto. Once to the right is heat, to the left is fan. Fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. And then of course cool is air conditioning. Then you have your control panel here. You have your slide rooms, okay. Your awning, extend and retract for your power awning. Never leave it out unattended. Always roll it in when you're not going to be at the site. Light your water heater on gas here, and electric here. Remember I showed you there's another switch out there for the electric heating element on the lower left-hand corner. To turn your water pump on, it's right there. You'd use that to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. You also use it to winterize the trailer, okay. Batteries charged, fresh water is empty, black and gray. Gray number 2 is not used, so you don't have to worry about that. These graduates up in 1/3 increment as it fills. Once you get past 2/3, you got to start thinking about dumping the gray and the black tanks. Okay? Alright. The bathroom, the sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. The toilet is an RV toilet, so it fits right over the black tank. It's directly below. You have to remember that you can't use it dry. By dry, meaning with an empty black tank. So when you pull into the campground, you hook up your power and your water, you dump a dose of chemical in the bowl, and then step down on the flush pedal and hold it down and put at least a gallon of water in the tank. Then it's ready to be used. You can't use it dry. If you do, it'll smell terrible and it can get clogged up. So always start off with water and chemical in it. Okay. Alright, so as we move, this is the power converter right here. This converts AC to DC power. Okay. Now, when you're plugged in, you have 110 AC on this side. You have regular circuit breakers like you see at home, and they're labeled, right? Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC. On this side, you have 12 volt fuses, and they're labeled. This is also a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your battery needs as long as you're plugged in. It'll sense how much energy your battery needs and always keep it charged. Okay? I'm talking about the battery up front. And of course, this is a LP detector right here. It should always be green. If it's not green, get it serviced. It's very important. Okay. This refrigerator is a gas absorption refrigerator, so it'll work on a 110 AC or LP gas. So you turn it on here. Right now you see it's on auto, if you can see it. Auto's where you want it. Auto means auto electric. So the reason they call it auto is because when you turn it on, plug it in and turn it on, it automatically seeks out electricity. When it finds it, it'll start on electricity. If it can't find AC power, it'll automatically light on gas, right? If you go away for the day and you have a power failure at the campground, it'll sense that and automatically switch over to gas so you don't spoil your food or anything like that. So that's the way to go. You can run it on gas. If that check light comes on, you just turn it on and off again to go through the cycle. But generally speaking, you want it on auto. The only other thing to know about this refrigerator is this is the thermistor. Okay, you want this up as high as it goes. So you see it says cooler, warmer. The higher you go with the thermistor, the cooler it gets. So you want to keep that up all the way. Freezer is a nice size freezer. Microwave works like any other microwave. Your range hood has a fan and a light. Okay, let me look out the door here real quick. Okay, all right. The oven, I hope he has the gas turned on. Let me see here. Yeah, the oven you just spark to light. So you got 3 knobs here for the 3 burners. This is the sparker, you turn it clockwise. This is for the oven. So the oven you need a grill lighter to use to light it. Looks like the oven's never been used before. We see that all the time. But back here, down, all the way at the bottom to the back, there's a pilot light. All right. So you would put this on pilot, you depress it, keep it depressed, then you light it with a long neck grill lighter. Once it lights, you still hold this in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple, and then you go to operating temperature. But when you shut it off, the pilot light goes out, so you have to relight the pilot light each time you use it. Okay, some sound here. Your keys are right here. TV, of course. Right now, this is in the down position. The table. You want to travel with it down, because if not, it can bounce around and break something. So right now it's collapsed. But of course, it stands up as a table. Right now, you could turn it into a bed using the other cushions. So that's kind of like an auxiliary bed there. This is the sofa. It's jackknifed flat right now into the bed position. So there's another bed. But it turns back into a sofa, which is a good thing to have the sitting space. And of course, your slide room here, your bed slide. Okay. So let me look around. Your antenna is right here. Cranks up and down. If you pull on this disc and spin it, you can rotate the antenna on the roof. When you're getting ready to put it down, make sure you line these two pointers up so it comes down in the right position. Okay? Alright, so I think we have it here. Let me look around a bit more. I don't think I missed anything. Okay, so we're good. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. It's important to inspect the seals on your trailer, so you want to look at the roof periodically. Make sure there's no cracking or separation at any of the sealant. Make sure there's no damage to the roofing material or roofing attachments by, let's say, low branches or road debris flying up there. So just inspect it occasionally a few times a summer or whatever to make sure that it's in good shape. If you see an issue, take care of it. Also, right now this is winterized, so the water's been purged from the system and replaced with antifreeze. And right now the water heater is empty and is bypassed. So when you get ready to de-winterize and get into camping mode, make sure you fill the water heater before you turn it on. Okay? Thank you.